모험증입니다.
Good shot, kid. I think you got him.
Here comes a new challenger. Show me everything you have.
手加減は期待しないでくれ。
Round one. Down, speeding all around, and they can't that's in the way. Look at the machine on the freeway. MC hold on, no one can pull them on the head. Follow the right way around this path. I mean, pretty hard, this is what I'm crack. But you can't run from the nation. What do you say? Took a minute to leave from a young age. There's nowhere to hide and crawl. Let's roll from the joint. Let's roll from the joint. Stop the violence. Release him with my characters to say, but now he's got caught in a trap. You break the down with a close and said he killed him. Was my main game to figure out the law, to think of the player. Before I you trust it, I got my piece set. Don't fall.
There would be periods in my life where I would encounter certain adversities that would set me back in my journey for periods of time compared to the much smaller hurdles I would breeze through relatively fast, but not without effort. In my current situation, I'm hit with the challenge of having to overcome some of my older habits and beliefs that I have come to rely on for so long. For their time, they had served me well in a period in my life to where I was in the center of an intensely chaotic world, which made it difficult to have any form of structure and control. It was only when I was able to bring myself together and separate myself from that chaotic world where I was able to establish some form of grounding and finally have the space to be able to see things for how they are. And what I saw was something so infinitely great in its presence, I was never the same person again. Simply by being present with something so vast, powerful, and infinite made me want to become more like it. And from that day I started, all the way to the day that I speak these words, I've done nothing but evolve into my own infinite being, day in and day out without ever needing to look back. But when I do, all it does is remind me of what I got going on in my relationship with this almighty presence. And it is very real indeed. Without it, I definitely would have never been able to stand light years above the individual I used to be. I sometimes think back to when I had first encountered such a great power and wonder why was it that I was able to meet such a great power. Only time will tell once my time in this world passes and I'm able to move on to the next. But before I do so, I have things that I would like to have accomplished before death comes knocking at my door telling me my time's up. For the viewer watching, I hope one day you can see that if you choose the right road for yourself with your best interests at heart for the sake of your own mind, body, and spirit, you too can see the infinite being that exists from within and begin to align yourself with it and become more of the individual you are meant to be.
バカ野郎、後先考えずに技を出すな。頑固なやつだ。わかった。熱意は買ってやる。この調子で俺のところに来るたび暴れられても困るしな。 言葉にするよりただ前に進む。背中を見せてやりたい。そんな強さの形もある。
Ken wins!
You got fight! You
There we go, Ultimate Master right here. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, it's been incredibly humbling, and I won't lie to y'all when I say that some of these rank sessions have definitely broken me. I've definitely made it a lot more personal of a mission to get to this point than probably more than I needed to, but it just got to I just let it get to that point, honestly, because it's like almost it felt like, in a way, like as if the game was taunting me, that because like I'd be getting up to like 1795 or 1798 or some shit, and then I would go on a massive like losing streak, and the climb back up was way harder than when I was first getting comfortable with moving past the high master to grandmaster phase. And I've definitely been tested a lot more with my patience. Not only that, but my ability to withstand a certain amount of information, because if my opponent is not playing psychotic to like a Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy level, they are the opposite extreme to where they are the most stoic of Shaolin monks, and they will sit and watch any mistake that you do and kill you for it. And with this game, we know that if you got the meter and the right character, you're getting blown up for like 60%, and that can be the game. And having to adapt and play to that is so difficult, because with fighting games, like, we know how it goes, man. It really just does come down to just win, man. Just get good. And to bite your own tongue and to just say, fuck it, we're still gonna do it. After the amount of terrible sessions I've had too at the same time, oh, it's rough, man. It's rough. I've definitely been tested, and especially with like my algorithm, I'd say, of like players that I'd be getting. If they're not like up to like the 2000s to 1900s, they're down all the way to the 1500s. And if I end up playing bad that day and end up losing like 14 points, oh, it hurts, because then I have to sweat out the next 3 to 4 matches even more just to make that all back. It's tough, but there was a few things that helped me pull through, and things that I had to overcome myself, which I'll get down to in a different video, because it's vital for anybody who really wants to just not only just rank up and stuff, because that, like I said, that has to be secondary. It's all about you improving and stuff, like. And once I brought myself back to that frame of mind, one that I've preached before, I ended up getting here and stuff. And I'll never forget what was in my mind during the last few, I'd say 10 or 12, 20 ranked matches to where I got to this point. There's definitely a lot that people can use that I'm willing to share, because those that really want to get gamed up and stuff, they'll definitely benefit from some of the things I have to say. But putting that aside and stuff, debating whether I want to make that other run. The MR is about to reset and Sagat's about to release, so we'll see what's up with that. If not, at this point, I'm ready to make that UMG Ken video. And yeah, I can't lie, I have no ambitions to go for legend. I don't give a fuck about that. From this point on, casuals, and I'm gonna just be working on my own skill set and stuff, and other things out here or there. I'm semi-retiring, actually, this time. But I appreciate everybody for coming in and listening. It's been a fucking journey, dude. It's been a journey. And I know by the time that I'm speaking, like, I haven't made the video yet, but I know I'm gonna be putting my heart and soul into that bitch, and it's gonna come out fire, man. Put that on God, man. That shit is gonna come out so fire, dude. And everybody that watches the videos have always told me that shit be fire, man. So this one is about to be the biggest. But enough gassing up my own self and stuff. I'm gonna be reviewing some of the replays that I got to see which ones are the best to put in, and I got a lot of recording and editing to do at this point. Hopefully I can also get the other account to UMG just so I can have both accounts there, but you know, we'll see what happens. The reset's about to happen real soon, so Evo's coming up too. There's a lot of things that are happening, but I'm just glad to finally get this out of my bucket list. And from there, the world's mine, man. So I appreciate everybody for listening up to this point and stuff. If anybody has any questions, as usual, or y'all just want to show your appreciation and love, comment down below and stuff. Like the video, share. You know, just all that. That's really all I got to say. So once again, be safe, y'all. And this is Infinite47. I'll be seeing y'all around. Peace.
Street Fighter 6.
I'm just a team player, yourself, you stand up. Probably can't say it yourself. Put that hand down. Now myself, as class as tenant. Work out with stacks and get it. Only with cash. So mad that nigga jealous and bitter. Go get some money on me. Well, my nigga. Remember, I just started watching all your pictures. That is real joy. Used to have the jury and skrilla. This winter shit, I might just get another chinchilla. Full length, why not? Shit, I'm no longer a dealer. I be making my business. I turn something to you. I built this shit from the ground up. Back in pound up. Used to chase bitches, now them same bitches hound us. You ain't for the cause, nigga, get the fuck around us.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 times in a row, in the same fucking day, Ultimate Master achieved. And you know what? This time around, for this account, it was even smoother, buttery smooth. Oh my fucking god, dude. You can't even imagine. Compared to what I had, the thousands of games I had beforehand on the other account, dude, tenfold. It's like God knew today was the day, man. It is such a beautiful ending to what is to be one of the toughest experiences I had in any fighting game, man. As mentioned before, Street Fighter is not my game. At least not what is naturally in me compared to like a tag fighter like Dragon Ball or Marvel. But getting as far up to here, for me at least, dude, it means a lot. This time it really does mean a lot compared to when I got to Grandmaster. And all I gotta say is, to anybody else that's still wanting this right here, yo, keep on pushing forward. Keep on going, man. Don't give up. I thought it was not gonna happen, dude. Lo and behold, we got this twice now. And you know what? Later on, after the Ultimate Master video is out, once that's made, I'm giving y'all everything in my arsenal as far as like tips and tricks here and there. I'm gonna get y'all up there with me right here. This is Infinite47, and I'll be seeing y'all around. Peace.